Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Fallout 4. Today we're going to do something fun, something interesting. I did something similar years ago when the original Borderlands was getting remastered. I went back to my original Borderlands character, a Mordecai, right? And the whole point of it was, okay, this character I made all these years ago, I haven't touched him in so many years, it's back on the Xbox 360. What did I have on that character? What was the build looking like? You know, it was interesting and people enjoyed watching it. So today, I thought we would load up my first ever Fallout 4 character, who in essence is my first real Fallout character ever. I waited until Fallout 4 to properly try to get into the game, because whenever I went back to 3 or New Vegas or whatever, they felt so dated for me that I had a hard time getting into them. I always said, you know, if I were to play Fallout, I'd want a new Fallout game to come out, then I'll give it a proper go. Fallout 4 then comes out in 2015, which is freaking forever ago. Almost 9 years, by the way, in case you want to feel old. I made my character, fell in love with the game, played through the entire thing, beat it, got to level 71 here apparently, and then the rest was history. I then went back to Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I had a newfound appreciation for the Fallout universe, and I love those games so much more after having played Fallout 4. So my loading screens take forever. We're just going to go ahead and jump in to an actually loading to the game. Alright, so here he is, level 71, my original Fallout character, Joe. Of course, I have to name him after myself. What's annoying about this is I take, I guess, the role-playing too seriously or whatever when I make my character. All my characters basically look the same for every playthrough I do, but also, they're like all named Joe or Joseph, so there's like 20 different characters all with the same name. It was kind of difficult to find my main character, but it looks like the last time I played was after finishing the Nuka World DLC. I was doing something here in Nuka World. As you guys saw, I was level 71. As you can see, I'm not logged into this character yet since the next-gen update or anything, so let's just go ahead and see what is on my character, what was my build like, what is going on with him, right? So, level 71. Check out the inventory. We have, God, these quests, they keep popping up. We have a 10mm pistol legendary that does 50% more damage to humans that I nicknamed the Assassin. We have some mines and whatnot. We have another 10mm that does 10% more damage while aiming. And then we have a violent 50 cal sniper rifle that does 25% more damage to just damage overall and limb damage but has more recoil. I think I know why I had all these things. I think the reason why is I was basically a stealth assassin character, which I know is so boring, I guess. Everyone does that, right, in Bethesda games. But this being my first ever Fallout game, I wanted to play it how I would play it in real life. I'm in this post-apocalyptic world. I just woke up from a cryo sleep. You bet your ass I'm going to be like a sneaky sniper. I'm not running around and trying to like melee people with swords listening to Civilization by Danny Kaye. No, I'm like hiding back. I'm being sneaky, you know. The choices I made in the story were based on how I personally would make my choices in real life. And yeah, so there we go. Looks like I'm going basically a sneaky sniper build. The stuff I have on me. Oswald's hat, that's from the Nuka World DLC, giving you 10% increased movement speed. Plus, you look stylish as hell. I mean, just look at that. Then on top of that, we have what? An Assassin's leather left arm, reduces damage from humans, fancy suit and tie. I just think I like the way that looks, honestly. Martyr's left leg, which is not too bad. Down here, we have a pocketed... After all the time, I'm level 71. Over 5 days of playtime, I never found a better chest piece. I just have a normal leather chest piece that I made pocketed and shadowed for better sneaking. Okay, and then, yeah, it looks like the actual gear I had on was not that good. 10% reduction in action points, cost and VATS. That's not bad. Let's check out the perks, although I think the perks are going to be pretty self-explanatory. Look at me maxing out perception. So I must have used VATS a lot. 3 strength, maxed out perception, 3 endurance, 6 charisma, 4 intelligence, nearly maxed out agility, and nearly maxed out luck. 5 out of 5 on Gunslinger, that just makes sense. 5 out of 5 on Sneak. Maxed out Mr. Sandman, of course, do more sneak attack damage. Action Boy for the action point refresh rate, they regenerate a lot faster. 3 points into Ninja. We got only 2 points into Critical Banker? Really? I would have thought that would have maxed out Critical Banker, but apparently not. Here we have better criticals. We've got Idiot Savant, which is always funny when it procs. Maxed out Bloody Mess, which is just going to give you even more damage, essentially. That can also sometimes just blow up an entire group, which is pretty interesting. Lone Wanderer. Again, I like companions in Fallout, but I want Lone Wanderer in most of my playthroughs because it's just so powerful compared to having a companion, it seems. Max out Lady Killers so that you do more damage to women, as well as you have more persuade options and things like that in dialogue. Of course, if you're going with a sniper build, like snipers and pistols, right? You get 5 out of 5 on gunslinger and rifleman, so you're just doing double damage, ignoring armor, having a chance to cripple them, having a chance to disarm them. That's really good. 4 points into the armor mods, which is funny. I have all those points into armor mods, yet I don't really have good armor at all. I can do master locks. I never took a single point in hacker. 5 days of playtime. Level 71. Not 1 point in the hacker? Nothing in demolition expert. I did do local leader because I do like settlements. I'm interested to see what my settlements look like. But yeah, this is a very basic, I would say, sneaky sniper build. And I can already tell you just by looking at my weapons how it went was, if it's a human, like raiders and stuff like that, you use the assassin. If it's any other kind of creature, you go to the hitman. These are not their names. I named them. I named them that, apparently. So this is for everything. This is for raiders and humans. And then the sniper rifle is a sniper rifle. Makes plenty of sense to me. And then from there, we just have whatever random stuff might be in my inventory. Ice Cold, Nuka-Colas, Nuka-Cola Victories. All that stuff. Lots of stim packs and everything. And I think I must have... So initially, when I first played through the game, what I ended up doing was we need to fast travel out of here. So when I first started playing the game, they had a mode that I believe was called Survival, or maybe it might have just been very hard, but regardless, the initial Survival was nothing like the Survival that they have now, and I think once they eventually added the Survival update, I was already pretty much done with my first ever character, but I put him on Survival anyway. I'm just going to put him on very hard. I just really don't care to play Survival on a character that I've already done every single thing in the game with. And because of that, now I can actually finally fast travel. That was pretty funny. I couldn't believe I messed that all up. But yeah, initially I wanted to play in the hardest possible difficulty, and they didn't really have proper survival. That was an update that came much later on, and I think it was like a lot later on. It wasn't even just like 6 months after the game came out. It might have been well past a year. I'd have to look up the dates on it, but the survival mode that we know today was not in the base game when it first came out back in 2015. Jeez! Oh, well, welcome back to the Commonwealth here. So here's my sniper rifle. Where are my hotkeys? Oh, there we go. I don't know which pistol this is, but we're using it. Welcome back to the Commonwealth, for crying out loud. As soon as I walk out, there's an Assaultron attacking. Where's the sniper rifle? Is this it? All right. Oh, the gunner's up there. I didn't even see him. See, by default, that is not a lot of damage. I think this character is just like so fully built into stealth. Even though I'm maxed out on riflemen and everything like that, and that's a sniper rifle that's legendary and therefore does more damage, it just... You'd think you'd one-shot him there, but I guess you don't. But my goodness, welcome back to the Commonwealth here. So what I thought I would do, now that we've kind of looked at my character's inventory, looked at his perks and things like that, look how fast you move with Oswald's hat. I mean, it's just 10% more, but it just feels so much faster by default. This is pretty crazy. I wonder if I have like another random piece of gear or a perk or something. Like, why does it seem like I'm zipping? Like I'm zipping across the Commonwealth right now. Plus I have tons of AP because I kind of built into that. But let's check out the map, and let's check out some of the different settlements and everything. We have Vault 95. Okay, so Vault 88. Apparently, I did build a vault with the Vault update, which has 25 people in it, and none of them are very happy, so we'll have to go check that out. What about places like Finch Farm? Okay, they only have 3 people. I cleared the boathouse, never actually made a settlement. Never did anything with Covenant, apparently. The Starlight has no people in it. Red Rocket has nobody in it. Templines only has probably the 2 initial settlers that are there. Okay, I did the Museum of Witchcraft, and I did Far Harbor and everything. Huh, so it looks like the only settlements, I know for a fact I did Sanctuary. It looks like the only settlements I actually did things at in my first ever run of Fallout 4 would be Vault 88 and then Sanctuary, which has 16 people. So let's head on up to Sanctuary and see what the build from 8+ years ago looks like. I hope it's nice, and I hope that mods or whatever did not break it. We'll have to see how it goes. All right, and welcome to Sanctuary. So this was the only settlement I ever really built up, apparently, in my initial playthrough. I have a couple of stores that are just haphazardly placed, but it looks like I was building a giant warehouse to maybe have all the stores be in, like kind of like this big atrium that you walk in, and there's stores lined up along the sides, maybe put down some decorations and stuff, but apparently I never finished that. I also never, assigned anybody to the stores themselves, so there you go. I did get local leader too, which allowed me to do that. Okay, so I'm kind of digging this here. This is looking pretty good. So it doesn't look like I had anything like the Fallout 4 script extender or anything, which of course that's still broken after the next gen update. So I kind of had to go through and just place walls as best I could. And that's why they look kind of ugly there. But it looks like I kind of wanted to build all around Sanctuary, like have a proper wall system. And I do agree with my former self from like 8 years ago that a big warehouse right there with all the stores and vendors and things would look really good. As you cross the bridge here, there is a mod that I've downloaded that makes the bridge look like this because it just looks shitty. The initial bridge looks really bad. You think they would fix it, right? But as you're walking into Sanctuary, you're a traveler, you're a caravaner or whatever, you got the Sanctuary Hill sign, you'd have that giant warehouse right there with all the vendors and everything, probably some signs and flags up on the wall. You have this initial building here, which is kind of walled up, kind of making it look like it has more defense to it. This is looking pretty good here. Let's check out some of these outer buildings. It looks like I probably just stripped them all. Yeah, I literally, there's an entire terminal and everything inside this building and a safe and everything. Looks like I just stripped out everything I possibly could for parts. If only I knew as much about Fallout back then as I do now, because I like to keep a lot of stuff in these buildings, believe it or not. I wasn't even playing, I could fast travel, you know, it's survival back then, you were able to fast travel. So therefore I could just load up on materials, fast travel back to Sanctuary, drop them off, then fast travel back to where I was going. You know, it's very easy to get supplies and stuff like that if you're not playing on survival mode. But now let's walk inside Sanctuary here. This is like the main area, and we have the turrets here. In retrospect, I think I'd rather have guard towers be right here, but regardless, the turrets look nice. Here's my old house. There's the house where the Minutemen usually set up. Let's check out the inside of this house and see what's in here. Did I decorate it up? It looks like I just threw down sleeping bags. Were we having a sleepover in my old living room here? And I'm going to turn that off because YouTube copyright. Sorry about that, guys. Sean's room, relatively untouched. My room has a bed. We have a safe over here. Looks like we got like a random synth legendary, Junkjet, Kellogg stuff, the Vault 111 jumpsuit, Vault 114 jumpsuit, missile launcher, wife's wedding ring, a fat man. Nothing really crazy in there. Over here, we've got a bunch more stuff. We have a Junkies combat rifle, then a couple of guns. When it comes to the apparel, there's a lot of legendaries in here. There's a Gold Slayer's studded leather right leg, a synth leg. Wastelander's chest piece is very good. Wait a minute. So you're telling me this entire time I've been rocking this regular leather chest piece when I had the Wastelander's chest piece, which is literally the same thing. I would have to re-upgrade it, obviously, but it gives me +1 to agility and perception. I am a dummy. Wow, I had that the entire time. And just sitting here in Sanctuary and I'm doing absolutely nothing with it. That is actually pretty damn funny. So it looks like the actual house itself here. Oh wow, we have even more stuff in here. What we got? We have a Nimble 44 pistol, which makes you move faster while aiming. It's not even really that good. A kneecapper, boosted fiery laser rifle, Gatling laser, Mechanist stuff, Children of Atom stuff. Looks like I was really collecting a lot of different kinds of outfits for my character, and maybe I was going to use those outfits to deck out my settlers and stuff. Here, I put the robot workbench just outside. It just looks so awkward being placed outside. No roof, no nothing. Over here are going to be some sets of power armor. We have some T60, we have T45, and over here, my Brotherhood of Steel armor, which comes with a jetpack if you beat the game as the Brotherhood of Steel, which I did, because again, initially when it came to this game, I'm playing through it like most people, I would say, play through RPGs, and you try to play it as realistically as you could and try to make choices based on how you would do things. And when I met the Brotherhood, not really knowing much about the Fallout universe or anything, you know, I just kind of thought they have a Pridwin, they have all the vertibirds, they have basically an entire army, and I feel like I should just side with them. I feel like I should be working with them. They seemed like they're kind of the good guys. The TV show portrays them definitely differently, but I went with the Brotherhood, and since then I beat the game with the Institute. I've also done the Railroad, and I'm currently playing through with the Minutemen in my survival run that I'm streaming over on Twitch. Here's gonna be the top part of Sanctuary. Again, a couple of beds. Looks like I did decorate kind of decently. Over here, just haphazardly, I don't know why this stuff is placed here, but here going to be my bobbleheads. I only found 6 of them, which is interesting. We have science, we have the big guns, speech, perception, explosive, and energy weapons, and then what looks to be a pretty, oh nope, not quite full magazine rack right here. Here is going to be what I call the armory. I remember I would just throw random things in here, like weapons and everything like that, although it doesn't look like every single thing is in here that's going to be a weapon. You have the Gainer, which I think that's actually better than Kellogg's pistol. That's enhanced pipe pistol, a mutant slayer, revolutionary sword, institute rifle because it's kind of just fun to collect those. Brotherhood of Steel uniform, another legendary right leg right there, which actually might not be that bad depending on how it would fit with the other pieces of armor that I currently have on. Over here, we just have what looks like a bunch of random weapons. Nope, we got some legendaries. Some freezing pipe wrench, an incendiary hunting rifle, a troubleshooter's fat man that does more damage against robots. That's kind of funny. The Assaultron head, which is hilarious. If you guys have never seen that used, allow me to demonstrate because it's just very, very fun. Do I have fusion cells? I don't have a lot, but I have some. So you pull it out and you reload it a bunch. And then you have the Assaultron head that you shoot. It gives you a bunch of radiation, but it also does a bunch of damage. You can max it out at 5 ammo, apparently. Yeah, pretty cool. Also irradiates the hell out of you. I wonder how powerful it would actually be. Like, I kind of like want to go fight something, but you get like 50 rads every time you shoot the thing. It's pretty terrifying. A wounding minigun. I guess I just wanted to have that sit there on the floor because it looks cooler. A lucky combat shotgun legendary there. A flare gun, which is never really too useful. This over here, again, you're trying to get into the mindset of you from 8 years ago. Why did I not have that like up against the wall? Why was it just sitting there? And looks like I was storing alcohol in it. There you go. Maybe I was going to build a bar or something. I try to typically... Actually, no, I'm pretty sure there's a bar in this settlement somewhere. It's going to be one of these buildings. Yeah, because all those other buildings over there are empty. So it's got to be one of these buildings right here. Yep, I knew I built a bar. Now, wait a minute. Why is this shot glass on the ground? What am I paying you for here? Where'd all the alcohol go? I could have sworn I actually would have went through and placed alcohol everywhere to kind of make it look realistic, but maybe I didn't. But regardless, there you guys go. Coming over here, we have a couple of these prefab buildings because these initial buildings here are completely torn down, right? So you just get rid of them for scrap and then you put some new stuff on top. Looks like I didn't want to get too creative when it came to actually building and everything, but I do still have the wall that covers pretty much the entirety of Sanctuary. And I'm pretty sure right here it's just going to be nothing but, oh, there's not even any beds in here. I would have sworn there'd be some beds and stuff like that for new settlers to get in here. We have 3 beds over here, a light bulb that apparently isn't even working, and then... Yeah, I wonder if I move these light bulbs, it sometimes works and fixes things. Nope. See, sometimes when you just move them, it like reactivates them, but apparently with where I have everything set up, the light bulbs just can't be active. I don't know. Again, this is like from 8 years ago. Here's our boy Codsworth. Wonder if this building has anything in it. Nope, looks like I kind of decorated it a little bit, and yeah, I definitely decorated this one a little bit, it looks like. I didn't even get rid of all the leaves and everything, but you need the scrap everything mod to actually be able to do that. But it looks like I was doing something with this building. Yeah, just overall Sanctuary, it looks like I spent a decent amount of time on it, nothing overly crazy or anything, but maybe I was just too focused on like the world and the story and the lore and everything. Like I obviously spent some time and had like somewhat of an idea of what I wanted to do with the settlement itself, but yeah, not really the craziest build in the world, but there's one more place to go and check out, which is going to be Vault 88, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, welcome to Vault 88, which is part of the DLC here in Fallout 4, which allows you to build your own vault within the game. Do we have anything over here? A whole ton of ammo, a 2076 World Series baseball bat? That has to come from a quest or something like that, right? Small chance to send targets flying? That is hilarious! And I just threw it in here? There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, man. Apparently, I got lots of legendaries back in the day, but as you guys know, legendaries typically aren't really that amazing. It really just comes down to what prefix you end up getting. But, dude, the Furious Power Fist, I think you get that from killing Swan, or maybe I just got that in my survival playthrough, I'm not sure. Instigating Missile Launcher does double damage if the target's at full health. 105 jet, and it's just sitting in here? See, as someone who's been playing on survival, now that I'm getting back into Fallout 4 and everything, seeing all this stuff is mind-blowing to me. Like, I just have 105 jet just sitting here. Like, oh, I don't even want my 105 jet. I'm not going to use it or anything. I'm not going to sell it. I only have 1,700 caps. Like, what? There is so much stuff in here, man. Holy hell. The Vault 88 jumpsuits that you can give to all your settlers and stuff like that. But let's just go ahead and check out the vault, because I really don't remember anything. So, screening and screening. Okay, we'll go this way. Now, if I recall correctly, some of this was already pre-built. I think the security area was pre-built, but then you get to a point where you basically build everything yourself, and we're going to see. Everyone repeat after me. I'm afraid of this radio being on. Just to be safe, we're going to turn the radios off here, but looks like I built a residential area of some sort, and this guy's gambling. You can do experiments and stuff like that here as well, but again, I don't remember much about it. Looks like I just kind of built way too big of a room, honestly. I don't think vaults typically have this open of a room, but some settlers here, I'd even give them vault suits, which is pretty... He's just so hungry all the time, poor guy. Probably have no source of food in here. I feel like I built this like way too large. I feel like vault rooms need to be smaller. But yeah, it looks like I didn't really do a whole lot with it. Let's continue on here. And it looks like that's pretty much it. So I have 25 people apparently living here. Where is everybody? This is the vault. This is all I built. Okay, it says 25 on the map, and here it's only showing 9. They don't have enough water, and they have 0 food. They don't have enough beds. There's no defense. I am the worst overseer ever. Yeah, looks like I really didn't do a whole lot with the vault here. Maybe because I ran out of materials? Let's check. Open this up. We're just going to go to metal, for example. No, I have a decent amount of steel and wood. Not an amazing amount or anything, but again, if you're not playing on survival, it's very easy to get resources, so I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't as into the DLC. Maybe I had other things going on, other projects. I'm not sure, but it looks like I really didn't do a whole lot with this. Oh, down here we have a place where people can do... Oh, they can ride this to power the vault. Huh. Yeah, I really don't remember much about this. I don't even know if I ever made a video on it or anything. So, yeah, a little unfortunate, but wow, I had a lot of stuff here in this vault trunk. One final thing I want to check out, let's go to Diamond City, because I imagine in 5 days and level 71 and all that, I would have gotten home plate. So let's head to Diamond City and see what home plate looks like. Welcome back to Diamond City here. Looks like we have some Brotherhood of Steel guys here and the Brotherhood of Steel flags. I believe once you beat the game with whatever the 4 factions you choose, Diamond City gets the flags of that faction and starts hanging them around, which is kind of neat. Nice little touch, I would say. And let's just check. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be, yeah, just a Brotherhood Knight just chilling around in here. That's pretty cool. But home plate. Did I even buy home plate? Let's find out. Okay, I did. I did buy home plate. I mean, the fact that I never put a single point into Hacker still blows my mind. So if you were to tell me I didn't buy home plate, I would believe you. And it looks like I did literally nothing to it. Apparently, I was not really into settlement building or anything like that, man. There's just like nothing here. I got a bed and like basically default home plate. I didn't even store anything here. I think it's because, again, survival, you could fast travel because it wasn't proper survival mode when the game first came out back in 2015. So as a result, I probably always fast traveled back to Sanctuary, and that's probably why I never used home plate. But now that I'm playing through survival, you know, nowadays in 2024, I use every settlement, and home plate is kind of like my main settlement right now because it's in the center of the Commonwealth pretty much. If I want to do stuff up in Sanctuary, that's a hell of a run in survival mode. And then, okay, go up to Sanctuary, drop off all your stuff, now go continue your quest down here in the Glowing Sea. It's like, dude, that's a long way to run. You might as well hang out in Diamond City here, which keeps you pretty close to all the other settlements and everything around you and all of your quests. But guys, that is going to be it for this video here today. Just a trip down memory lane as I check out my first ever Fallout character and what he had going on and what kind of build he was using. And yeah, again, when it comes to how I played through my first playthrough, I just really wanted to play how I would play and insert me into this post-apocalyptic world. You bet your ass I'm a sneaky sniper guy, sneaky, you know, silent pistols and things like that. Like, not a lot of health, not a lot of anything, but you know what? I'm sneaky and I can do a bunch of damage from a range. And then when it came to the faction, I went with the Brotherhood of Steel because, you know, at the time, I thought they were the best choice for the Commonwealth. And so there you guys have it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And let me know, what was your first character like in Fallout 4? Let me know about that down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.